there comes a moment when you realize everything is still there. The songs you used to love, the movies you used to rewatch, the things that once made you feel something. But the feeling isn't the same anymore. You don't even feel like playing games. You don't know when this started, and you start thinking, something is wrong with you. You think you're slowly losing your ability to feel like there's a small gap between you and your own life. All you know is everything is slowly becoming dull. But the truth is, it's not that you've lost the ability to enjoy things. It's that you've been numbed by too much stimulation. Every day you wake up, and the first thing you do is reach for your phone. Within seconds, your brain is hit with dozens of signals. Short videos, notifications, messages, new content, constant novelty. All of it designed to keep you there. Faster, more, and always something new. And at first it just feels like entertainment, just a way to pass time. But your brain doesn't see it that way. What you don't realize is that your brain is learning something dangerous. It's getting used to constant high levels of stimulation. And when that happens, everything normal in your life starts to feel underwhelming. Every time you scroll a short video, every time you get a notification, every time you see something new, your brain gets a small reward. Not enough to make you happy, but enough to make you come back again and again and again. And slowly, something begins to change. Not the world, but the way you experience it. Your threshold starts to rise. The things that used to be enough are no longer enough. A song feels too boring. A movie feels too long. A conversation feels too slow. A quiet afternoon starts to feel uncomfortable. Not because they're bad, but because you've gotten used to everything being fast, constant, and highly stimulating. And then you start to notice it's not just the world around you that has changed. You have too. You find it harder to focus, harder to be patient, and harder to feel excited about things that used to be simple. And you begin to wonder, am I getting worse? Am I losing myself? So you try to fix it. You try to focus harder, be more disciplined, get back to who you used to be. But the more you try, the more it feels like something isn't right. Because you're trying to fix yourself when the thing that's changing you isn't coming from within. It's coming from the environment you live in every day. An environment where everything is designed to hold your attention for as long as possible. Where if you're not hooked, the system fails. So it keeps pushing more, faster, stronger. And over time, you're no longer truly living your experiences. You're just reacting to whatever shows up in front of you. One thing after another, non-stop. And that's when you stop enjoying your life. Not because life got worse, but because you were pulled away from it. Try to remember the last time you truly enjoyed something. Not because it was addictive, not because it pulled you in, but simply because you were there. A normal afternoon, a pointless conversation, a random song, nothing special, and yet you felt okay. It wasn't because the world was better back then. It's because you hadn't been pulled away so far. You were still able to feel the small things. But now you're living in a state where everything has to be faster, newer, more stimulating. And that's the trap. The more stimulation you consume, the less you're able to enjoy. Not because you're broken, but because you've become too sensitive to intensity. You lose the ability to stay. Not the ability to enjoy, but the ability to let yourself feel. And that's the trap. The more you chase stronger stimulation, the less you feel anything real. Not because those things got worse, but because you've adapted to a level so high that normal life can no longer reach you. So maybe the problem isn't that you need more motivation, more discipline, or to somehow get your feelings back the way they used to be. Maybe what you actually need is less. Not adding more, but removing less of what's too fast, less of what's too much, less of what constantly pulls you away from the present. So there's space, not to do anything, but to feel. Because you didn't lose your ability to enjoy life. You just lost the environment that allows it to exist. And when that environment changes, the feeling comes back. Not loud, not intense, but enough. Enough for you to realize life was never gone. You were just pulled too far away from it. So maybe you don't need to go faster. You don't need to try harder. You just need to slow down a little and stay a little longer with what's already here. This time, not to chase anything, but simply to be there.